So here we were doing last week regarding the source of different solid waste. Like we learned different types of solid waste, right? Okay. So that is domestic waste, industrial waste, okay, hazardous waste, garden waste, electronic waste. So I was discussing about this. Okay. So let us start from mining waste because the domestic weight and all I had discussed with you. You had to say the source. Okay. Okay. About mining waste, what you can say from where we are getting this mining waste? What is exactly the meaning of mining waste? You can reply in the chat box. Yes, from lead. Okay. From mines. Okay. That means what? All the heavy metals, no? Like lead is a heavy metal. There are many heavy metals in the environment, like arsenic, cadmium. So these all are coming from where? From the mines. That's why what we call it them as mining waste. Arsenic, lead, cadmium. Okay. So all these waste are called as mining waste. Similarly, radioactive waste. Now there are some radioactive materials like strontium, okay, cerium, barium, water, heavy water and all. From where these all comes? From the atomic energy plant. Okay, even uranium. There are atomic research centers. Nuclear weapons testing takes place. Okay, so from there we can get the radioactive waste. Okay, so okay, so next is urban waste. Regarding urban waste, what I told, okay, so we have completed two types of waste. That is, we have completed mining waste, radioactive waste. Now moving to urban waste. Urban waste means what? All the waste. Urban means cities. Okay, from the cities, what all waste comes? Can you give the names of waste which are coming from the cities? Okay, Mumbai is a big city. What type of waste can come? Yes, cans, glass, okay, garbages, okay, carry bags, e-waste, okay. So all these things are coming, right? That means metal pieces are there, rods, threads are there, rubber, paper, cans, okay. Again, from the shops also, from the vegetables, from houses, everywhere. The market is very big in urban cities. Yes. So construction waste is also there, very good. So these all waste gets accumulated in the environment. That is called urban waste. So waste generated from industries, from factories and all this together forms the urban waste. Okay. Next is this one, biomedical waste. Okay. So biomedical waste. Now in biomedical waste, okay, all the things from the hospitals and clinics that will come, like uh, needles, bandages, gloves, okay, medicines are there, medicine bottles are there, test tubes are there, some after operation, some body parts are removed like teeth, okay, or the part of your skin, okay, some blood, all these things will be thrown out. Okay, so that all things will come under biomedical waste. Now, what about electronic waste? Electronic waste. So, electronic waste basically consists of electrical parts. That is, from the computers. If your suppose mouse is not working or your CPU is not working, there may be music systems, there may be cell phones which is not working, which is useless. You are not no longer using it. In the TV sets also, the parts of TV sets, okay, cells and all. Okay, so which is non-functional, that means which is not working. Okay, so such parts will form the electronic waste. Understood? Okay, now next comes the garden waste or farm waste. This is a garden or farm waste. Very good, Ayushi. So you have already written that is leaves, flowers, branches of trees. Okay, then crop residues, dry grasses, that all things, and animal urine is there, animal dungs are there, pesticides are there, many chemicals and fertilizers will be there. So all this together forms a garden waste. Then comes what? Hazardous waste. Okay, next is the hazardous waste. What is this hazardous waste? Okay. Hazardous means what? It is very poisonous or toxic. Okay, so hazardous means poisonous or toxic waste. That means chemicals generated in industries. Then I told you about radioactive materials. They are also very hazardous. They are having explosives. Okay, then infectious materials which can infect us. Okay, which can cause diseases. All these are hazardous waste. Now, what about the next one? Next is this industrial waste. Okay, so in industrial waste, what all comes? All the industrial materials like chemicals, pigments, ash, metals, etc. Okay, and domestic waste also, you all know it already. You all know it. Yes, domestic waste, first one. Okay, that is, yes, paper, waste food, plastic paper. Okay, then plastic bag, vegetable waste, fruit skins, all this. So in this way, we can segregate or classify the waste. Yes. Okay. So we can classify the waste into different types and we can write the sources. So this is how we can do it. Okay. Biodegradable. Now, once again, I'll explain you. Okay. Now, in this type of waste, the waste which is degraded by microbes, like kitchen waste, there are spoiled food, fruits, vegetables, ash, okay, soil, dung, parts of the plants, all these things. So this waste is mainly of organic type. Okay, that's why what we can say about this, they are wet solid waste or wet garbage. Okay, if you are decomposing it, if it is carefully decomposed, we can make what? Compost out of it. And fuel also you can make, good quality fuel. That is called biofuel. Okay, so that is biodegradable waste, use of biodegradable waste. Now, what about non-biodegradable waste? Now, this waste are not easily degraded. That means it requires long period of time and the use of various techniques are needed for degrading non-biodegradable waste. Like for example, plastic. Plastic will not mix with the soil. Metal will not mix with the soil. There are many other materials which doesn't decompose in the soil. So such waste which will not mix with the soil, which will not be acted upon by the microorganisms, we can say them as dry solid waste or dry garbage. Okay, so there are two names for it. Instead of biodegradable, you can also call them as wet solid waste and wet garbage. Instead of non-biodegradable, what you can say, dry solid waste or dry garbage. Okay, students, so I hope you all understood it. What is the main difference between biodegradable and non-biodegradable waste? Okay. Now, next we are moving to the harmful effects of solid waste. Now, solid waste, no, they are very harmful to the environment. Now, what are the harmful, uh, what all, how it can be harmful to us? Now, let us study one by one. Okay, let us study about this one at a time. Now, for example, effect on biodiversity. Now, how it can affect the biodiversity? Like in the environment, there are many plants, many animals, suppose if you are throwing the solid waste in the soil, what will happen? The solids waste will sometimes it may decompose, sometimes it may not decompose. the bad, it can give bad odor of waste. Yes, it can produce toxic gases. It can degrade the natural beauty of the environment. It can pollute the air. Okay, it can pollute the water, pollute the soil, and also spread the diseases. So this way, solid waste is harmful to the environment. Okay. Now, what is a scientific and eco-friendly waste management? Let us study about this. What is mean by scientific and eco-friendly waste management? Suppose if you are throwing the waste and if you are able to degrade, use scientific methods to decompose it, it will be well and good, right? It's like for preventing the pollution, environment pollution, you can do it. Okay. And so you know, it is a need of the hour, right? So we have to practice it. Like solid waste management practice should be done to avoid the problems. Okay, all the problems which is faced by urban areas, industrial areas, so that we can maintain a clean environment. So for this, what we can implement? We can increase the efficiency of production process so that minimum waste will be generated. Okay, and by reducing garbage production, we can recycle and reuse the waste. So which are the scientific methods, students? The first one is for biomedical waste management, we can do incineration. Then we can do pyrolysis for energy production by burning of waste at high temperature. For example, in biogas, bioelectricity and all. Okay. Then industrial waste, solid waste management. We can do landfill method. Again, you can fill the land. Then vermicomposting is a safe landfill sites are there where you can throw all the garbages together. Okay. Then composting is there. Okay. Then separation and categorization of waste. So these are the various ways by which we can manage the waste in a scientific and eco-friendly manner. Okay. So all these methods we can follow it. That is reuse, refuse, recycle, rethink, reduce, research and regulation and public awareness. So these are called as 7 principles of solid waste management. For example, if you are having banana peelings, how many days or weeks it will take? Max 3 to 4 weeks. Okay, to degrade. If you are throwing the cloth bags in the environment, cloth bags, okay, it will take 1 month to degrade. That means every waste is having different time, different period to degrade. Rags, 5 months. Woolen socks, if you are throwing, okay, woolen socks, 1 year it will take. It will remain in the soil and it will not degrade fast because it is wool. Okay, then wood it will remain for 15 years like that only. Okay, it will not degrade fast. Then leather shoes, 50 years, 40 to 50 years. Tin cans, that will take 50 to 100 years. Aluminum cans are there. Okay, aluminum cans and all that will take 200 to 250 years to degrade. Okay, so that means period of natural degradation is different for different waste material. Aluminum cans and certain plastic bags are there that will remain for 10 lakh years. Thermocol, styrofoam cups and all that will remain for infinite duration. That means it will not degrade only. So in this way, what we can say that the period required for degradation of waste is different. Okay, so this you should know. The time required for degradation is generated around us in long. What can have, it can affect the environment seriously. So for this, what we can do, we can use some methods of storing the waste or recycling the waste. We can use specific dustbins for each. Okay, like suppose if you're having all the papers together in one dustbin, glass together in another dustbin, plastics together in another dustbin, and metals together in another dustbin. Okay, so here it is, there is a picture shown over here in which the mother is explaining the child what she's explaining, the methods of storing solid waste, how we can store the solid waste. Okay, so what she's saying, you can make 4 dustbins. Okay, so the blue one is for what? Paper. Okay, students, you have to reply in the chat box. Blue color dustbin for what? It is written there. Yes, paper. Okay, okay, correct. So glass. For glass, which color dustbin is shown in the screen? Green colored dustbin, right? Then for plastic, which color dustbin? Okay, you can choose your own color and make. Okay, yellow colored for plastic, and for metals, red color. Okay, you can see in the screen, right? So in this way, we can segregate. These are the methods of storing solid waste. Now, when you're throwing it out, don't throw all the things together. Okay, you have to separate it. Okay. Okay, so that there's a short video, okay, which I will be sharing with you now, how to segregate the waste. Okay, then we will do disaster management next week. Okay, disaster management is another topic which I'll be teaching you in the next week.